हमने जो है पानी वगैरह ओके। लोकल दिवाली का कौन सा इतने काम है? नहीं आप रुको इधर जो फोटो नहीं हुआ थोड़ा थोड़ा इसके साथ ठीक है। हो गया दुखतंय का काय हे दुखतंय हे दुखतंय का हे एकच नाही नको ना थोडं पाहतो
लाईव्ह इथे बघायला पाहिजे तुम्हाला
नाही
काय करायचं नाही.
तुम्हाला दिसतं तर बंद
हातावर बघतो. काढायचं
काढून जाऊ का
पूर्ण टेप पूर्ण
ಆ ಥರ बोले मस्त याच्यात दाबून दे ठीक आहे दुखतंय का पोट दुखतो का एक मिनिट काय होतंय हात हात हे टोचतंय हा करा
बरोबर आहे ना डॉक्टर?
सेक्शन थोडं बाजूने साईडला इथं नाव काय संगीता तो वरचा कॅमेरा तुषारच्या डोक्यावर घेतो नका दिसतंय का इम्प्लांट है ना नहीं आप ले लो फोटो एक मिनट पहले ठीक है मैं इसको प्रोग्राम -1 पे कर दो ना ऐसा वीडियो नहीं गाइड Hello friends and colleagues, today we'll be discussing a case which is done with one MS kit, that is guided surgery using MS narrow implants. If you can appreciate, this is a case of a 60-year-old female. She unfortunately had implants placed in the forceps region a few months back, but due to inadequate bone and an attempted bone expansion, in spite of all the efforts taken, the case could not be as desired and there was failure of implant. Patient had come to the clinic with requirement of dental implants but was not willing to undergo any further augmentation or expansion for the same. So though may not be most ideal, we have planned to place 2 MS implants in the region of 4/6. This is the case. The available bone height and width is 10 millimeters of height and 3 millimeters of width. After doing an occlusal reduction of about 1 mm, the width is 4 millimeters. So thus the implant planned was 2.5 by 10 millimeters, 2 implants. We followed the regular workflow for guided implant surgeries. We asked the patient to make a CBCT. We did an intraoral scan and sent it to the lab. The lab did the planning and sent us a surgical report. Like we discussed, a complete surgical report was sent to us from the lab. The lab recommended us to place an 8.5 length implant rather than a 10 mm implant to keep the safety zone of more than 2 millimeters from the inferior alveolar nerve. Thus, the final implant plan was 2.5 by 8.5, 2 implants. The advantage of using guided surgery in this case is we were able to place 2 implants parallel to each other, also making sure that we are not going to injure the adjacent tooth as well as the inferior alveolar nerve. The report also gives us a complete detail about the type of bone which the implants are going to probably engage. After this complete scenario, a surgical stent was fabricated and the case was done as shown in the further video. For the guided surgery for MS implants, we will be using the 1 MS kit by Ostem. I'll make sure that I am trying to cut. For the guided surgery using MS implants, we will be using the 1 MS kit by Ostem. In this video, I'll try to cover the entire kit with all its various components. The first step in any guided surgery, it being a flapless surgery, we prefer to use tissue punches. In this, a tissue punch is given specific to the size of narrow ridge implants. Since most of these cases would be used in knife edge ridges or where the bone would not be flat, the best or the next drill to be used is a flattening drill. Then, like we do for any implant osteotomy, we first go to the desired length and then the desired diameter. In any guided surgery, the length has to be gradual. What I mean to say is, if we plan to put a 13 mm implant, it is still recommended that we start with an 8.5 mm drill first and then go to 13 mm and then to the desired diameter. The good part about using the Ostem guided system is it's a completely guided kit or a completely guided implant solution. What I mean by that is the punch cut to the implant placement all is done with the help of the stent in the patient's mouth. There is no need to remove the stent from the patient's mouth. So for that, if we are using the 2-piece implants which are 3 mm in diameter, we have a mini implant driver which is both ratchet driven and handpiece driven. For the narrow ridge implants, we have the hand or the ratchet driver and the handpiece driver as well. For the ball attachments, we have the handpiece driver and hand driver. We have a hex screw in case we are using a 3 mm implant. Cortical drills are again used because these implants are mainly placed in thick cortical bones, more of D1 bone, like in mandibular anteriors. हे दोन राहिले परत एवढंच कंटिन्यू कर म्हणजे. We also have a torque wrench, a depth gauge, and to check if the placement is done in the ideal position. So these are the depth gauges and the torque ranges provided in the kit. So if we have this one MS kit, entire guided surgery for MS implants can be done without any requirement of any extra kit. Thank you. आवाज नको करू मग व्हिडिओ मध्ये येईल. This is the one guide kit from Ostem. This is the completely guided. सांगतोय नका येऊ. This is one guide kit from Ostem. It is a completely guided implant solution in which the tissue punch to implant placement is done through the use of an implant stent. There is no need to remove the stent from the start to the end of the procedure. So obviously the first step would be to use tissue punches. Depending on the wide platform or regular platform, there would be two sets of drills as well as two sets of components in this kit. For implant sizes above 5 millimeter diameter and implant sizes below 5 millimeter diameter. After the use of tissue punch, it is recommended to use this flattening drill to make the implant ridge as flat as possible. We always start a guided surgery with an initial drill first. Then we go to the desired length, then to the desired diameter. Once the osteotomies are complete, we use these guided implant drivers, both engine driven as well as hand driven or ratchet driven, to place the implants. In completely edentulous cases, there are use of these anchor pins for which a drill along with a stopper is given as part of the kit. Also, a torque wrench, a depth gauge and an abutment holder are all included in the kit. So if one can appreciate, most of the implant placements can be done with the use of this guided implant surgery kit by Ostem. Except for a few limitations, this kit would be a complete solution from placing single implants to full mouth implants, including all on 4 and all on 6 cases. Like we all have seen the one guide kit from Ostem. I just mentioned single implants to full mouth implants can be done using the one guide kit from Ostem. But as we started doing more and more guided surgeries, we realized that there are certain scenarios in which sinus lift was slightly difficult with the basic one guide kit. Thus, Ostem has introduced its one CAS kit basically for doing guided sinus lift cases. It is very much similar to the CAS kit which was previously present. Only thing, they have added these guide sleeves which helps to make the sinus lift more predictable and accurate. There is no punch cut included in this drill for which the one guide kit has to be used. So what I am trying to explain is, the one CAS kit alone cannot be used. You need to have a one guide surgical kit along with the one CAS kit. Most components of the one guide kit would be required along with the one CAS kit. The one CAS kit is mainly and helpful and useful to make osteotomies during the sinus lift cases. After doing the punch cut, we have the flattening drill. We have the various diameters and two lengths. To make them compatible with various lengths of the osteotomies, there are various sleeves. Like in the regular one guide kit, these again has two sets of drills, one for the fixtures less than 5 mm in diameter and the other for fixtures more than 5 mm in diameter. According to the length of the osteotomy, we can use these various stoppers. If we use the 7 mm length drills, we need to follow the blue markings. If we are using the 10 mm drills, we need to follow the pink markings. Thus, with the help of minimum number of drills and stoppers, most lengths and diameters can be done. The drills are again non-end cutting. That means they will not be rupturing the sinus membrane when the osteotomy is done. Also, they would be collecting bone simultaneously. They have also given the sinus lifting tool along with the bone carrier and bone compaction. These stoppers can be fixed all on the depth gauge along with the bone stoppers. Thus, the use of one CAS kit makes crestal sinus lift cases very easy. Thank you.
Hi everyone, this is Dr. Prateek Chheda, a prosthodontist from ProCare Dental Clinic, and today we are going to discuss a case scenario with guided surgery where we are actually going to discuss a case where we have done 2 implants in 1/6 and 2/6 region. This is a patient around 26 years of age who's having missing molars on both the sides, that is 1/6 and 2/6 is missing, and here we are actually going to discuss about the one guide kit by Ostem. And apart from that, in order to do your guided surgeries where sinus lift is needed, they have come up with a one CAS kit also, which also we are going to discuss here in this case scenario. So basically this is, as you can see, this is a case where you have 1/6 and 2/6 missing, and there has been done a planning. So the protocol is that we went ahead, the patient visited Digital Dentofacial Concepts for his CBCT and his intraoral scans. So once the CBCT and the intraoral scan was done, a report was generated after a complete 3D planning of the patient. And in the 3D planning, when you see here, it was found that on the CBCT the bone height was adequate on the 1/6 region site, where we have planned for a 4 by 11.5 mm implant. But on the other side, when you see in the 2/6 region, the bone height was less, so an estimated bone height of 5 mm was seen on the CBCT, and that is where we decided to go for a sinus lift for such a case. And the after the sinus lift, the implant height that was planned for this case was 4 by 10 mm, depending on the width and the height that we had. And in the further video you will actually see how exactly the one CAS kit works in such a case scenario and how do we go about in the surgical procedure. Thank you.
Hi friends, this is Dr. Rahul Manar Shah, a maxillofacial surgeon practicing at Thane. I have a practice called Sahyog Maxillofacial Center in the Teen Hath Naka area of Thane. Today, we will be discussing various case scenarios which can be done using Ostem, one guide, one CAS and one MS kits. As we can see, this is the post-op CVCT of the case we discussed with the help of one MS kit. One can appreciate the parallelism of the two implants placed. The proximity of the nerve bundle, the inter-implant distance both in 2D as well as in 3D, and proximity to the neurovascular bundle. Thus, with the help of a guided surgery, we were able to avoid any injury to the inferior alveolar nerve. We could maintain the parallelism of the two implants and give a patient implants in a scenario where otherwise regular two-stage implants were very difficult, as the patient did not want any further surgical interventions in terms of augmentation, ridge split or bone expansion or even GBR. Thank you.
So now we are done with the implant placement, and the patient has got the post-operative CBCT done. So one thing that we also did in this case was we used Navident, which is a real-time navigation, which was used actually as we wanted to check the accuracy of these guides. And what this Navident does is it not only gives you a real-time view in the CBCT of where you are navigating through the bone, but also it helps you to superimpose your planning with your post-operative CBCT, and that is where you can check the accuracy of your implant placement. So the patient has got the post-operative CBCT done, and we can see here that a good lift of the sinus lining is seen. This is the amount of the lift that we could achieve. Plus you can see the implant placement is exactly as it was planned, prosthetically in position, plus even the osseous position is almost right when considered mesiodistally or buccolingually. And here is that feature where exactly we are going to superimpose. Yeah, so this is the superimposition of our planning which was done pre-operatively to the post-operative CBCT of the patient. So this is where you exactly see the pre-operative planning with the post-operative outcome that has come, and after the superimposition. So I can show you here on the CBCT that this is the planned area mesiodistally and buccolingually. Even on the coronal section you can see, and if I switch it off now, this is the exact area where our implant placement has come. So basically what this shows here is that one casket or one guide system for that matter with guided implant surgery is a very accurate, very reproducible scenario. Plus it is minimally invasive. You're not touching the soft tissues a lot, so the patient comfort that the patient is going to have post operatively, it is going to be immense. That's it. Thank you.